Thanks, Jay. I'm definitely looking forward to the +6 degrees. Well, many schools across North America have begun to implement some form or other of character building education. This means that at least some children are being introduced to the concept of developing good character traits. And that's exactly what the Chatterbox game aims to do.
Okay. Sure. Let's write that.
How exactly did Chatterbox, can we get a refresher, how you came up with this idea of this game?
Sure. My husband and I were looking for a way to teach our twins money skills.
Money skills?
Yeah.
At an early age.
That's right. Yeah. My husband's an accountant, and we wanted to make sure that they had an awareness of money at a very early age.
Okay.
So if you teach a child something young, it tends to stay with them. So we wrote a few things down on cards, and it worked really well, and our friends enjoyed it. So then we expanded it into other life skills.
And so how did the idea of, like, let's put it into an actual game?
We wanted to make it fun for children to learn because it was aimed at children. So we thought we'd make it in a format where parents could do it with their children, but in a fun way. So we thought we'd turn it into a game.
And all these kids here are obviously having lots of fun playing the game, right, guys? Learning lots. And so we're at Bethany Hills. Is this the first school that's actually, using the game as a learning tool?
It's one of the first schools, yes. It's one of the first schools that we've rolled it out to. What we found was when we went out into the market and sold it retail, a high percentage of teachers bought it. And they wanted to use it in their classrooms, and what they were looking for in addition was a workbook.
Okay.
So we developed a workbook
to help with the game.
To schools, yeah, to help with the game.
Okay. So how many schools is it in right now?
It's in about 15 schools right now.
Oh, wow. In Canada?
Yes, in Canada.
Okay.
We just started rolling it out in January, and probably by the end of May, we'll be in over 150 schools.
Oh, that's, wow, 150 schools?
Yeah.
So this workbook is, if you can see that, Kevin, the workbook you developed specifically for
schools. That's right, yes.
And how does that work, the workbook?
Teachers basically, the way it works is inside there's a guide for teachers, and then there's an actual workbook that you give out to the students. So you take the card and you ask the questions on the card, and the students fill out the section in the workbook.
Oh, okay.
So then they have a record of it, and they can take it home and share it with their family.
And what age group do you kind of aim this game for?
It starts at 3 years old, so we start in preschools, and it goes all the way up to 12 and up.
12 and up?
Yeah, so we have some high schools, actually. We have a high school in Mississauga right now using it.
That's using it? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so it's catched on, like a lot of teachers are loving this game?
They're telling each other, and they're actually contacting us, yeah.
So what about the Kawartha Credit? You guys are also working with Kawartha Credit Union, I heard.
We're working with Kawartha Credit Union to educate children on how money works, and so that all children have an understanding of money. And what Kawartha Credit Union is doing, besides handing out these booklets, is we're offering an education program for families and parents to come in and learn about money.
It's very important to learn about money, especially in this economic time. It's good to teach them at an early age
That's right.
Cracking down on money, right? And so how are your kids liking it? They understand it? Are they grasping it more?
Our kids love it. They know what Daddy does, what he does for a living, basically an idea of how much money he makes, where that money goes, how it's separated into paying bills. So they're pretty money savvy. And they're very used to the chatterbox. They'll get up almost every morning and say, "Can I ask you a chatterbox question?"
Oh, really?
And what it's become in our house is if they want to address a topic that's, say they did something they weren't supposed to do, they'll say, "Mommy, I have a chatterbox question to ask you." So it's a way to introduce something that's a little difficult for them to talk about.
Aw,
yeah,
that's fantastic. Easier for them to talk to parents, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
So this game, how many you came up with how many different subjects do you have here? Just like
we have family life, we have getting along with people to help kids understand how to interact with other kids, building character, success skills, goal planning, and money skills.
A little bit of everything in there?
Yes.
A little bit of everything in this tiny little box. And so you said 150 schools it's going to be?
It will be, by the end of May.
By the end of May.
Yes.
Awesome. And you also said that there's another update that the game is being sold in, what is the?
The game is being sold at Please Mom stores across Canada.
Okay.
And there is a location in Peterborough on Chemong Road. And you can go to Please Mom's website, and it'll show you exactly what the location is.
And so if people also want to, can they get it online or?
Yes, at chatterboxgames.com.
And if other schools are involved, how do you?
Exact same thing.
Okay, so they can always.
Our contact information is on the website.
All right, perfect. I think we're going to actually head over to see how the older kids are doing with the game. All right, perfect.